What is on the bill today? Alright? Are Wizkid and Burna Boy the biggest export within the Nigerian music space? Alright? Are Wizkid and Burna Boy the biggest export of artists within the Nigerian music space? Personally, I feel and I believe Burna Boy and Wizkid are Nigeria's biggest export within this current generation. Alright? Burna Boy and Wizkid are Nigeria's biggest export within this current generation. Hello my lovely viewers, hello my people, welcome to another edition right here on TJ Studios. I am TJ, your commander-in-chief is ready and here to serve you with spanking new content and something new right here on this channel. Before we proceed with activities today, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, share your thoughts with me, and don't forget to smash the notification button. It's going to enable you to get notified whenever I post any new video. What is on the bill today? Alright? Are Wizkid and Burna Boy the biggest export within the Nigerian music space? Alright? Are Wizkid and Burna Boy the biggest export of artists within the Nigerian music space? Let's dissect and discuss it. But before we do that, let's go for a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Okay, so back to the topic and back to why we are here on the editorial. Okay, before we do that, that was the question of the day. Are Burna Boy and Wizkid the biggest export of an artist within the Nigerian music space? Alright, okay, so let's discuss it. Alright, the Nigerian music space, alright, has seen a lot of artists thrive within the music industry for some time now. For the likes of P Square, Tony Tatwila, and a host of artists including Two-Face, and then a host of them came into power just to thrive within the music industry. Alright, currently we have a new phase of musicians, precisely that of Wizkid and Burna Boy. Now, do you see them as their biggest export ever? Alright, export as in artists that have thrived globally within the Nigerian music space. Alright, in the past we had artists such as Two-Face who were loved and cherished by a lot of Nigerians. Also, they had artists such as P Square who were also loved and adored within the Nigerian music space. That notwithstanding, we cannot forget Fela, who was also a pioneer and a kingpin, who is a pioneer, alright, and a legend within the Nigerian music space. Alright, he was also known within the global world with elements of music within his space. Fela is seen as the originator of the Afrobeat genre and the one who drummed a lot on it. Alright, okay, so let's come back to this new generation. I'm making reference to this new generation. Alright, not the all-time biggest export, but I'm talking about within this new generation. Are Burna Boy and Wizkid the biggest artist ever? Alright, before Burna Boy came into existence was a young man known as Wizkid. Alright, who churned out spunky new content such as Oju Elegba and a whole lot of content, which was an A-list, wonder within the world space. Wizkid as an artist dominated within the Nigerian music space and was seen as an boy wonder in Nigeria. We shouldn't also forget his current song, Essence, which is now an A-list song within the global space. The first rendition of the Essence track featured Tems, which was a global hit as well. After that, Justin Bieber was added to the remix feature of the song, which became a worldwide A-list wonder. Alright? Aside that, Burna Boy has also been that artist who is cherished and loved within the Nigerian music space. His vocal dexterity and elements of traditional music coupled with the Afrobeat has made him one of the sought after artists within the African space. Globally, he's been on a lot of stages which other African artists will struggle to be on. His style of music, Burna Boy's style of music, is out of the box and can be compared to none. Alright? Because he bears and owns his own style. He was recently involved in a controversial statement when he made mention to the fact that Afrobeat has no sense in it. There is nothing sensible within the lyrics of Afrobeat. He was dragged and then chastised by a lot of Nigerians and the global world as well. Okay? So the question again is Burna Boy or are Burna Boy and Wizkid the biggest export within the Nigerian music space? Or there are other artists who are bigger currently? Now, I'm not referring to all time, as in ever since the inception of the Nigerian music space. No, I'm talking about this current generation. Davido, Ashake, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Olamide, Ice Prince, all these artists. Alright, are these two artists the biggest export? As in, within this current generation, are they the biggest export ever? Alright, or there are other artists who are also bigger? Personally, this is my personal opinion. Like I said, you can share your own with me in the comment section. Personally, I feel and I believe Burna Boy and Wizkid are Nigeria's biggest export within this current generation. Alright? Burna Boy and Wizkid are Nigeria's biggest export within this current generation. Share your thoughts with me on this editorial because I'm not going to linger on. Afrobeat as a genre has been an inflation all over, or has inflated the world. Alright? It has caused an inflation within the music space. Why am I using an inflation? It has been scattered all over the world. Alright? It is not only within the African region. It is loved by the world as a whole. Now, King Promise even jumping on Afrobeat with the song Terminator became an Afrobeat wonder of a song, which had, love and feedback from Philippines, Malaysia, Asia, Europe, wherever. Alright? Now, recently, King Promise was put on Davido's Made Festival to perform, and then he sang a lot of his songs, but the crowd didn't know a lot about these songs, so they were just standing there watching him until he introduced the Terminator song, and they began to dance to it. Now, a lot of people, when these genres are produced by other countries from Ghana, wherever, feel these artists are Nigerians. For example, King Promise is seen as a Nigerian. Camido as well with Sugarcane is also seen as a Nigerian. So Afrobeat as a genre has become a worldwide wonder of a thing that has been attributed to Nigerians because it is their original call card. Alright, let's not sway away from the topic. Now back to the topic. Back to the topic again, my people. Is Wizkid or are Wizkid and Burna Boy the biggest export of an artist in the Nigerian music space within the year in review or within this current generation? Do you see them as the biggest export of artists? Are they the two most, sought after artists within the Nigerian space? Are they the two most biggest artists within the Nigerian space, aside Davido, aside Ashake, aside all these big artists within the Nigerian music space? Would you rate them as the first and second artists within the space of this current generation as the biggest export? Or there are other artists you think are also doing much better than them? Well, it is up for you to decide. Personally, I made Ashake the world's artist for the year 2023. That is 2023 only. Alright? But Wizkid and Burna Boy have been around for years, bringing to you back-to-back bangers of a song. So their consistency comes to bear here. You get it? Do you see them as the biggest export of an artist within the Nigerian music space? Well, I can tell. You can tell. Your opinion is needed under the comment section. Alright? This has been an editorial of the Nigeria's biggest export within this current generation. Alright? where I'm dissecting and dilating it to you, my cherished viewers. It is up to you to share your thoughts with me on this subject matter for us to arrive at a common goal or conclusion. All right, I'm just about signing out because, like I've been saying, I don't want to linger most or ponder a lot most on the topics or on the editorials these days. I just want it to be quick, snappy, so that we can deliberate on it, and probably going forward, like I've been doing, it will help me to read comments in the next podcast when I'm bringing to you a new content. My name has always been TJY. I am your commander-in-chief. It is time to sign out. But before I go, you know what I'm about to say. Subscribe to my channel if you're a new viewer. Subscribe to my channel if you've been watching my videos and you are yet to do so. Also, don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section. It will be needed for a reaction during the feedback videos where I read comments. Also, do the needful. Smash or hit the notification button. It's going to enable you to get notified whenever I post any new video. The show is Boys Kasa, and this is the editorial session right here on TJ Studios. I am your commander-in-chief and the kingpin of this podcast. My name has always been TJY. It is time to sign out, and like I've been doing, I salute. Peace out.